Ladies and gentlemen, in the afternoon of November 26, 2020, Mr. Phạm Hồng Thái, Permanent Deputy Secretary of the Tay Ninh Provincial Party Committee, shared an online briefing session with the party and mass organization bloc of the province, representatives of the district, town, and Tay Ninh City on the performance and results in 2020 and deploying the 2021 mission.
Despite many difficulties due to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, under the drastic guidance of the Provincial Party Committee, the Provincial Party Standing Committee, the Provincial People's Committee, and the active participation of all levels branches, the support of the business community and the people, the implementation of the dual goal of strictly ensuring the prevention and control of the pandemic and promoting the socio-economic development goals in the province still achieve positive results. The gross domestic product in the province increased by 3.9%. Total state budget revenue is estimated at 100.5% of the estimate, up 4.7% over the same period. Mr. Phạm Hồng Thái asked the party committees to continue to pay attention to completing the plans to meet the requirements of socio-economic development, ensuring connectivity and continuity with the general planning of the province. It also needs to further concern about the management of land resources and the environment, continuing to effectively manage and use public assets, as well as continuing to take measures to prevent and control the COVID-19 pandemic, protecting the political security, social order and safety, especially on holidays, New Year and the 30th National Congress of the party, focusing on directing to successfully organize the election of the 50th National Assembly and the election of the People's Councils at all levels. The Economic and Budget Board of Tay Ninh Provincial People's Council has just held a meeting to review the two drafts of land-related resolutions expected to submit to the upcoming 19th session of the Provincial People's Council. The mentioned resolution basically agree with the contents of the two reports of the Department of Natural Resources and Environment. As for the first report, the Department of Natural Resources and Environment proposed the Provincial People's Council to approve the land acquisition of 93 projects in 2021 with a total area of over 570 hectares. These projects aim to build administrative zones in some communes, building roads, canals, etc. For the second report, the department asked the Provincial People's Council to change the use purposes of more than 42.5 hectares of rice land to implement 50 projects in the province in the second phase of 2020. Members of the Provincial People's Council asked functional departments to explain and clarify some issues related to projects. According to the Standing Committee of Provincial People's Council, also the land acquisition is to serve the national interest, facilitating the people's life and gaining a great consensus. It still needs to be cautious and carefully considered.
In the morning of November 26, the Tay Ninh Department of Health, in coordination with the Provincial Emulation and Commendation Council, together with other departments, agencies, held a meeting to collect opinion on the proposed list on state-level award for collectives and individuals with outstanding achievements in COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control in the province.
Accordingly, 9 collectives and 14 individuals are proposed to receive certificates of merit from the Prime Minister. The list gives priority to medical contingents, personnel and soldiers in the armed forces, collectives and individuals with outstanding achievements in areas with complicated pandemic developments, those who directly participated and supported the pandemic prevention and control task. Currently, the prevention of COVID-19 epidemic in the province is still complicated and prolonged. Apart from the mentioned list, the provincial departments and branches also request the Department of Health and the Council to expand the list of rewards to promptly encourage collectives and individuals to actively participate in COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control to jointly overcome difficulties, contributing to early control and push back the existing epidemic. Despite being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, for the whole period 2016 and 2020, the economic growth of Tay Ninh Province generally has maintained its stability, its living standards being improved. GRDP per capita increased to more than $3,100 by 2020 from $2,000 by 2015. During the period, the economy of the province continues to maintain a stable growth rate, with the total product increased by 7.2% on average annually. The economic structure has shifted positively, increasing the proportion of industry construction, reducing the proportion of agriculture, forestry, fishery in GRDP. The industry grew well and made the greatest contribution to local economic growth. The average increase in the production value in the 2016 and 2020 period is 14.9%, mainly in 6 industries of the province. The province trade and service sector continues to maintain the traditional distribution channel, develop modern types of commerce to meet the requirements of economic development, serving the daily life of the people. Under the direction of the Provincial People's Committee, from now to the end of 2020, the province should focus on directing to successfully complete the 2020 targets, step up the implementation of dual tasks, not caution off guard in disease prevention and control, actively taking care of policy beneficiaries and the poor on the occasion of Tet holiday, ensuring security and order to serve the requirements of the 13th Congress of the party. Tay Ninh Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism recently held a training course on image building and promoting of Tay Ninh tourist destination and products. The lecturer from the Ho Chi Minh City University of Social Science and Humanities shared information about product development and tourism destinations, value chain of agro-tourism products that combine tourism and agriculture, contributing to diversifying tourism products, going far towards the success of the New Star Rural Building Program, positioning products for businesses, destination marketing, and available popular forms of tourism advertising. The training course is aimed at providing the trainees with more knowledge to apply in their localities, develop tourism development strategies through the promotion and construction of images and products obtaining domestic tourism to domestic and foreign tourists in the most professional and effective way.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the first commune in Tay Ninh City recognized to meet the New Star Rural Standard in 2014. Since then, Binh Minh Commune has already maintained this title and gradually improved the quality of retail, aiming to improve the material and spiritual life of the locals.
Currently, the whole political system of Binh Minh Commune is focusing on implementing the advanced New Star Rural criteria set expected to achieve by early 2022. Since being recognized the New Star Rural Commune in 2014, so far the economic life of the people in Binh Minh Commune has been gradually developed. The local infrastructure has been invested and become spacious and clean. The construction of New Star rural areas is identified as a long-term and continuous process, and is the task of the whole political system. In the coming time, we'll focus on drastic direction to maintain the new rural criteria and gradually implement the advanced criteria in the direction of the Provincial People's Committee. From a new economic commune with pure agriculture and difficult roads, now more than 80% of roads to commune centers, inter-commune roads, inter-hamlets, inner-field roads in Binh Minh Commune have been hardened, plasticized, and become clean and spacious. Some local roads haven't been upgraded but covered with red gravel, creating convenience for the locals to travel, trade, and transport agricultural products. Binh Minh Commune now has no poor households under central standards, but only about 10 poor households according to local standards. 5 out of 5 schools in the area are recognized with national standards. The Center for Control, Sports and Community Learning in Binh Minh Commune is one of the few units recognized to operate effectively. Really is a gathering place for cultural and spiritual activities for the people. The people's living standards are increasingly improved. According to Secretary Trần Thanh Dân, in the coming time, the project committee will direct departments and branches to coordinate with units and factories in the area to create conditions for freelance workers to increase their income. Along with that is the orientation of the structure of livestock and crops in accordance with the actual situation of the locality to increase productivity and average income for the people. The efforts of the project committee, authorities, and people in Binh Minh Commune of Tay Ninh City are surely going to bring the resolution of the 9th Congress of the Commune Party Committee term 2020 and 2025 to life. Realizing the targets by early 2022, Binh Minh Commune will meet the criteria of an advanced new style rural area, and by 2025, the locality will achieve the title of a model new style rural area so that people can enjoy a better and better life.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for sharing with us and see you next time.